Hey guys, welcome to episode 19 of the Memaw table build. I'm Mark Foreman. Um, Today we did the doweling, um, where I found a better way to fasten the walnut to the mosaic. Also did a bit of sanding, and special treat, we did a water pop. Um, Spoiler, it worked. It worked great. Uh, I feel so much better now. We're actually further along than we were before the big crack that set us back by months. So, without further ado, let's get into what we did today. So, I started out by marking off where I'm going to be drilling these dowel holes. It was very important that they match up from the walnut to the mosaic. I put the ends about 2 inches, the first dowels about 2 inches from the end, and then I marked off every 14 inches, which gave me 6 equally spaced pairs of dowel holes. Once I was satisfied with the markings, I crawled up underneath the table to start disassembling it. I'm going to take off just one walnut slab at a time, so that the mosaic retains some of its strength from the walnut slab I don't take off. I'm taking them off so that I can then drill the dowel holes into both sides of the joint. Before I started drilling the holes for the dowels, I needed to make sure that I was drilling at a perfect 90-degree angle so that the dowels would not jam up in there. I also had to make sure that my drilling depth was set correctly. The dowels are 40 millimeters long, so by setting it to just over 20 millimeters, that would give me enough room and still allow a little bit of play for the dowels because I'm not going to be gluing them in this time. I had to make sure that I was lined up exactly on the line so that whenever I do matching dowel holes in the mosaic, they would line up smooth. Here's what it looked like on the walnut side. You'll notice there are some plugged holes. You see the different colored circles? That was from the original build when I had to cut them off. Then it was on to drilling the holes into the mosaic. And for this, I wanted to have more of an oval than just a snug hole so that the mosaic would have some room to expand and contract. I started out by just pulling the jointer drill kind of to the left and the right to kind of wallow it out, but that didn't really work well. I eventually figured out that if I drill a couple of holes next to each other and then drag it, it would make a really nice oval. But it all worked out. And you can see as I'm testing the dowels, there's play in the mosaic, but in the walnut, it's nice and snug. Finally, it was time to put this side back together. So I inserted all the dowels, pounded them in with a rubber mallet, and fit it back together. After I pounded it a little bit with the rubber mallet, I was able to then get my clamps and shore it up nice and tight. After that, I crawled underneath and bolted this side back on. Then I started on the other side. I did everything that you've seen. I didn't video that side, but it's basically what you just watched up until now, just on the other side. Wow, did this come out nice. I was very pleased with this. It's almost perfectly level, but we're going to have to do some sanding. First step in sanding is I take a pencil and I scribble all over it. The reason being is I can then see where I have sanded and where I haven't sanded. There's nothing more boring than watching a sanding video, so I'm not going to put you through. Needless to say, this is about 2 hours worth of sanding sped up. Okay, I'm going to leave you here. This is the end of episode 19. What a great day. My doweling idea worked out well. The top is nice and flat again. Got it all put back together. I did an initial sanding of 80 grit. Got where it's nice and flush all the way across. So in order to make the most out of the sanding, what you're supposed to do is you sand at 1 grit, and then you water pop it so that the grains kind of swell up, you know, and you sand it again at the next higher grit, and you keep repeating that. And what that'll give you is a nice smooth surface, but also one that won't react too heavily if it were to get wet. Now, we are going to put a finish coat on it with, you know, the wax, so that won't be an issue, but just in case, we're going to do the water pop, plus it's cool to watch. So I brought Memaw out to check out her table. Always fun to have a friend doing a water pump. Tomorrow it's going to be Art in the Park downtown Orange, and Carrie's going to have a booth. Babe, you want to talk about it?
Sure, no problem. Yeah, we're doing Art in the Park tomorrow. It's a big thing here in Orange. They're going to have a vintage car show as well, which should be a lot of fun. We're going to be out there from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. So come on by our booth. Our booth is actually going to be really close to the food trucks and the kids zone. So you should be able to see us. And the restrooms. Everybody knows I need to be close to those. But we've got a lot of fun products for everybody to look at, and I'm real excited about it.
Cool.
Thank you.
I'll be there helping her. Stop by. Bring your cash. You Venmo?
No, I actually take credit cards. I can take cash or any kind of credit cards because we do have the Square app.
Cool. But really, stop by. Ask her what she thinks about the table. Tell us what you think about the table. We'd love to meet you in person and chat. So we'll be there tomorrow. So without further ado, we're going to watch water pop. It's always a fun part. Carry step back. There we go. It really brings out the fun.
It is always so pretty to look at when you do this.
Now, this is a fairly close representation of what it will look like once it has its finish coat on it. All right.
It's going to look absolutely gorgeous in my house.
Right. Okay, guys. We're making fast progress. I'm putting out videos as fast as I can. Pretty soon, we're going to edge the side. We're going to deal with a few little gaps in the mosaic and finish this bad boy up. We'll talk to you next time.